What's up, guys? Good morning, evening, or afternoon, whenever you're catching this video. Welcome, friends, family, acquaintances. We got a little push day for you today. So, sorry it's been a little sporadic on the posting. I have been going to the gym and everything. It's just right now I'm in the middle of a move. And it's getting a little squirrely, little complications here and there. But in general, I've been feeling pretty good. My legs have actually been sore for like probably a good 4 or 5 days. Like, I did my first workout with the knee sleeves and the belt, and I was feeling good. Like, I was finally feeling like nice and postured and everything. And so I went a little overboard. But that'll be nice because now my legs will rebound from that, and I'll be able to just kind of ramp up my leg days a little bit. So right here on the push, I definitely think I need to work on my bench form. So I mean, we're using the Smith machine right here. And this bench, like the Smith machine bench that's always over there, is kind of a little crooked and stuff like that. But I think for push days, I need to drop the weight and really lock in on my form. Like, for example, right here, I don't use the 90-degree bench. We're just going to be talking about the workout today, just so you guys know. But I don't really like the 90-degree bench, the little one that kind of just, is like that. Because my upper back and everything, if I have like some heavy weights, I will be like leaning over that little spot, and it's kind of uncomfortable. So that's why I opt to use the incline bench and then just kind of put it all the way up. That being said, right here, how you can see like my shoulders are kind of out and I'm pressing more kind of straight up. You'll definitely be able to see it from this angle. I think that my shoulders have been building really well. I'm not going to thwart myself for that. But I think that on these, I'm primarily trying to get a lot of that like front delt work as you're supposed to. And I think that the direction that my elbows are going in, I don't know. Maybe I'm just curious. I'm curious as to if I go from right here and pressing up to kind of bringing it, like tucking it in and then pressing up. I'll definitely have to cut down on the weight, but I think that using that as a little isolation, exercise, not all the way in like that, not all the way out, but kind of kick it at like a 45 and then try and stay a little bit more upright. The bench does go one more notch, like vertically, a little bit forward, but then it's like completely at a 90 degree. But maybe that's what I need. I think I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, not too much, but just experiment with it, see how I'm getting the best pump. We're definitely still pump chasing right now, but I also like to feel strong, so that's kind of, as we all do, where the ego comes in a little bit. Some people call it ego lifting, I call it pushing myself until I can't fucking lift anymore at that exercise. And to my knowledge, I mean, that's still, a way to get big. So I got my fucking rotisserie chicken right here I gotta eat. But I'm definitely gonna play with it. So I'm still definitely using my lateral raises as a huge way, because I think that the V taper always starts, from the top. And if you're trying to look big, you want to look nice and wide. So lateral raises are definitely a staple for me. I'm not gonna stop doing those. I might tweak how I do them, or the weight if I'm doing more reps or I'm doing more heavyweight shit. But right now I've been trying to do just controlled eccentric work on my lateral raises. So up and then just try and like slow it down, a little bit. And then I've been doing a lot of I'll pair the lateral raises, so I'll push myself, if I'm pushing myself, I'm doing like 35-pound lateral raises for like 10. If I'm easing into it, I'm doing like 17 and a halves or even 15s. And then sometimes I'll do like the 25s, or right here I think I'm doing like 22 and a halves or something like that. But I like doing these too. This is just a 5-pound dumbbell on either side. I'm just doing neutral raises. And what this does, or what the goal of this is to just help get a lot of blood flow to my front delts right there. But to like, I think it's like the smaller striations of the front delts. Don't knock it till you try it. I know it's only 5 pounds, but definitely mixing it in sometimes I'll switch it up. So I'll do lateral raises first for as many as I can, and then I'll do 10 straight out, and then 10 at a 45-degree angle of these little 5-pound neutral raises. But I think that my front delts aren't super pronounced right now, and that's something that I want to put more emphasis on, and so that's why I'm kind of trying to tweak my form, especially on the military presses. And then I do these to keep nice constant blood flow, and then like keep that pump nice and steady as I'm doing my lateral raises. And so these were feeling pretty tough because I was trying to I'll do as much eccentric slow down as I can, and then I'll just try and get to a certain point where that pump is just killer. So because I wasn't too happy, I feel like my chest was kind of stagnant this workout, and I know my chest is like giving me the hardest problems. It always has. So I wanted to opt to try and get some more like power in my benching movement. So I went for I think I did 4 or 5 sets of just 225 for just 3 reps, and just try to go a little bit slower down and explode up. But right here too, I mean, where I felt most comfortable doing these sets of 225 was like having the bar up here, and then it's almost coming down like at my neck, which is funny, but I didn't have like too much of an arch in my back. Usually I'll get my shoulder blades and I'll walk them down, and I'll keep everything a little bit tighter, but it looks like I wasn't doing that here, and I'm kicking my elbows out instead of tucking them in. I want to like brace myself with my lats at the bottom, but there's a lot that I need to clean up on that bench form. And I think when I do clean up some of the stuff, I'll be able to kind of push this little plateau that I'm going through. Not a huge plateau, but it definitely, compared to my strength in other places, has kind of leveled off. So definitely an area of opportunity I need to get through, but I'm gonna get through form and function, not through brute force and trying to just add up the weights. I mean, it definitely makes me feel better about it, but at the end of the day, if I really want to take my chest game to the next level, gotta be honest with myself and look at my form and say it's not great right now. So all part of the journey, of working on yourself, just being objective and honest with yourself on what you can get better with. So that's where I'm at. The chest flies have been feeling really good. I feel like a good mind-muscle connection on these, so no complaints there. I think that this work is solid. I definitely always try and do like my more powerful like pressing motions and pressing movements towards the beginning of the workout, just because I'm more susceptible to, as I think we all are, once my heart rate gets to a certain like threshold, then it doesn't take much for it to just keep kicking back up there the more that I'm hitting stuff. So for example, if I do like sprints before, it's gonna wear me out. So I like to save a lot of my power, my ATP and everything for those pressing movements at the beginning, and then as my chest and things are already tired, then just get a nice burnout with some I call them auxiliary movements, or ancillary movements. I don't know what you would call them, but for me they're kind of like secondary movements. So I know that the best way to build the chest is just through pressing movements. Best way to build shoulders, pressing movements. And so I would compare that to like a squat for legs. Would be more of a primary movement, and then the secondary movements would be like the leg extensions or the hamstring curls. Things that are a little bit more isolated, where you're not moving as much weight. You're trying to just get that motion in for the muscle, pump that blood into it, and just kind of burn it out a little bit more. So we're finishing out this day with triceps. I think I need to do a better job too, prioritizing triceps on push days and biceps on pull days. I think one day out of the week I should probably be doing those first, on each of those, just to try and, because if you hit triceps first and you're gonna go do more pressing movements and everything like that, your triceps are already a little bit spent, and then they're gonna be able to, you'll be able to put more work into your triceps. Like they'll get more secondary work as you're doing more primary exercises. is what I'm trying to say. So, or at least that's how I feel. I still haven't done a study on it, but these little kickbacks, I like doing these just to kind of burn it out. And I'm hunched over because I want my tricep, when it's at full extension, to be behind my shoulder joint. I'm big on, when I'm doing tricep work, I really want to work that long head of the tricep, what like completes the horseshoe at the bottom. To just kind of complete that look. I think that, you know, when you're hitting most tricep exercises, a lot of it is like on the median or the short head of the tricep, which is always good, but it's harder to make that connection, you know, with that long head. So something I've been looking forward to, getting that nice, you know, beefy long head of my tricep, and we'll get there. But I appreciate you guys for going through this push day workout with me. I definitely think I need to shore up my form on those military presses and on the bench press. If you see something else that you think I'd, you know, have the opportunity to work on, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I hope you did something nice for somebody today, and I hope someone did something nice for you. Even if that's yourself, even if that means you just hit the gym today, that's always good for you, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Thank you.